Well, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but you know what? I told you so. Tudor has just released a new version of the Black Bay 58, and it is the navy blue variation. I do like it. There's some things I wish they would have done differently, but nonetheless, it is a fantastic watch, and I'm just happy that we have a new Tudor to talk about in 2020. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anthony, and this is Watch With Me. Today, we're gonna be doing a quick review of the new Tudor Black Bay 58 Navy Edition. I'm gonna try and keep this short. I know most of you are just here to see some cool video of it and just maybe get some perspective of my first initial thoughts of seeing this watch in the metal. Before we get into that, a quick wristwatch check. I am wearing my Rolex Submariner, this very cool piece, and I thought it goes hand in hand with what we're talking about today. But enough of my watch, let's get into the review. So right off the bat, I gotta give Tudor props. When has a watch under $4,000 been extremely difficult to get and very popular and sells for a premium on the secondary market? I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but Tudor, when they released a year or so ago the Black Bay 58, I think it just goes to say you don't have to have a premium on a watch in order to create a demand. You need to create a fantastic watch and kind of keep production where it should be. Now, the Black Bay 58 is a fantastic watch, and I think the reason why they're a little bit harder to get is because it is one dial variation, one case variation, hence why they don't make as many. I think it was pretty much common sense knowing that they were gonna come out with other variations of this watch. There was a lot of different thoughts thrown out there, perhaps a blue dial, perhaps a new GMT, maybe doing a burgundy bezel variation, but instead they went with blue on blue. I'm a fan of this, but I must say in the metal, slightly underwhelmed. I do like the fact they didn't do a gilt dial. I think this makes the watch look very, very modern compared to the first variation of the Black Bay 58. With Tudor, you know, you're getting some decent finishing on the watch, but most of all, I think the reason why I love this watch so much is it fits the wrist so well. As you can see on my wrist, it wears extremely thin, and being that it's under 40 millimeters, it is a very wearable watch size. I wish Rolex would make a Submariner under 40 millimeters, but that is the charm of Tudor. They will do things that Rolex will not dare to do. In my opinion, it would be fantastic if this watch came out with a ceramic bezel, but we all know that would be too much competition for Rolex, so that's probably not something we'll see for some time. This watch comes in at $3,700, and I couldn't think of a better watch at this price point. Now, that being said, it is going to be difficult to get this watch. I am viewing this watch at London Jewelers, where most of you know I help manage the watch salon there, but I will say the production on this watch will not be that high. You have to remember, now there's only 2 different dial variations of this watch, so producing many different cases is still gonna be a bit low compared to the traditional 41 millimeter size. And I do think for 2020, they probably had other dial variations ready, but being that they're releasing this on July 1st, they're holding some of that back for 2021. But I must say, having this watch on the wrist, I really like it, and it is a fantastic price point. I love the riveted bracelet. I love the blue and blue on the bezel. I was never really a fan of the blue bezel black dial of the traditional Black Bay. But you know what? This one wears really well. I hear some people already nicknaming this the Tudor Smurf. I'm a fan. But I would love to know, what do you guys think about this watch? I think it wears really well, but you know what? I would lean towards the first Black Bay 58 with the gilt dial. I think it's a little bit more my style, and I happen to like it just a touch more. But nonetheless, this is a very cool watch, but I would love to know what you guys think about this watch. Do you think Tudor's gonna release anything else? And you know what? If Tudor's releasing some cool stuff, we know Rolex is going to next. But that is it, guys. Like I said, a shorter review, but you know what? This is really just my first impressions of this watch in the metal, and you know what? I'm a fan. Could they have done things a little bit better? Perhaps, but I think dreaming of a ceramic bezel is not gonna happen for some time. But that's it, guys. Until next time, take care.